Hey YouTube, TT UK back again. Another, that is kind of a trades, more of an IOU. Slim pickups, to be honest. So yeah, not a great deal going on, to be honest. I did manage to acquire via contact some loose systems. I'll show them in a fairly large box. So I did quite well there. No games, unfortunately, it's just the systems. So yeah, without further ado, I was going to crack on with. I say it was a trade. It kind of went a little bit skew-iff. I think with breakdown in communication. But yeah, it was with a fellow YouTuber I've done a trade with before already, Duncan, Woolly Weeble. I'll link him down below. I'm just going to have a sup of my beer. There's that buggy run on the Master System. Oh, right. Okay. So, Duncan contacted me off the back of, I think it was my last one, video about talking about Super Famicom games. So he had a couple that he was looking to let go. So we kind of agreed on something, and then it kind of, it won't go into the details, but suffice to sort of say, I'm kind of indebted to him. So I've got an IOU outstanding to Duncan. So I will repay that. But yeah, took me a note. So it just basically says Stuart, enclosed are the four as promised. He says to test them and once I'm happy with them, etc. But I mean, these games are indestructible. Cockroaches in these will be the last thing that will be left standing after a nuclear war. Yeah, so obviously he's really into collecting his GameCube and Game Boy stuff. So you know, that'll be what he's on the lookout for, so I've got to keep my eyes peeled for any of that sort of stuff. So Duncan, cheers mate. He sent me a couple of Brucey bonuses, which obviously always welcome. This one I know I haven't got because I only got it recently on the Master System. So Brucey bonus number 1 is James Bond the Duel on the Game Gear. So I'm guessing it's pretty much a straight port of the Master System one. And don't see many of these about actually. A loose manual for Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. So they're the two Brucey bonuses. So what we kind of traded for, like I say, outstanding IOU, is 4 Super Famicom games. I have to, obviously they work, Duncan. They're always going to work. I mean, you know, these things are nigh indestructible. So first up, it's Formation Soccer 2, which when I've played it, I do believe it is Super Soccer. One I've never played before is Dragon Ball Z or Z3. This one's cool to have. This is, I mean, I really do rate this game, and the cover art on these games is absolutely superb for the Japanese. This is the Addams Family. Let me just take a look at that label, if you can. Oh. And then the pick of the bunch for sure is Proteus. Again, look at the label. So many thanks to Duncan. While testing these, I did do a video on my modded SNES, and something really weird went on it. The control pad stopped working, and only the B button worked. Is it the B button? The yellow one? Can't remember. Yeah, the B button. So I was like really confused. I checked on Google because I thought, I'm sure the controls worked on the US games that I've got, because obviously I didn't own any Famicom games up to that point. So I was a little bit confused. I thought, well, I know this worked on like Zelda and the other US games that I've got. There is a known sort of issue, if that's the right word, where there are on some of the older consoles, there's a controller lockout based on the region. So it was getting on a bit late at night. I thought I'd come back to it in the morning. So I tested it again this morning and it's working fine, so I'm not sure what happened there. Anyone's got any idea as to why that might happen? Basically, I've got a PAL SNES that's been modded, 60 Hz. The games work, obviously, not a problem, but it just literally stopped responding. Only the B button would respond. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a glitch. Put it down to that. Oh yeah, and if anyone does know, because mine, I've disabled the lockout chip, so I've just lifted the pin, and well, broke the connection. I think it's a broke connection on the SNES, and obviously I've put a 60 Hz, 50 Hz switch on there. And I remember reading, I can't remember whose comment it was, but someone meant, because I thought on the Mega Drive, see, you can switch languages. Now, I don't know if you could do that on the SNES. If anyone who's probably a lot more knowledgeable than me can let me know if it's possible to switch the languages. I've got a feeling it's not. And I've got a feeling, obviously, switching between 50 and 60 Hz doesn't automatically, if there was dual language on these, would enable or disable the main language. A bit like the Mega Drive. So when you put the Mega Drive Streets of Rage in, and if you flick it to Japanese, it comes up as bare knuckle, and vice versa. So if anyone's getting the info, give us a shout. So yeah, thanks. Anyway, many thanks to Duncan for that. Really, really superb, mate. I did, like I said, I did try to do some gameplay for when I first got them. Went a bit wrong, so I'll have to come back to that one for sure, because it's awesome. They're awesome games. Right, slim pickings, guys. Really slim pickings. Just a couple of items. First off, sticking with the Super Nintendo theme, via eBay. It's not in the best nick, and to be honest, I would have paid what I paid for this just for the loose cart. It's off the back of my mate John again. When we went to replay, he picked this up with the PAL version, and he paid the same price as what I've paid for this. So without further ado, anyway, it's a boxed but less instructions, and the box has seen better days. Let's be honest. Super Street Fighter 2. So yeah, it's well worn. To be honest, the box wasn't the reason. It was a bite now, £8 or something. So it was 10 quid delivered. So yeah, the box is neither in all that, but I mean the car, even and the dust cover is absolutely, you know, very good condition. These are going for 10 quid on eBay all day long, no doubt about it. Yeah, the PAL version. To me, it doesn't matter. PAL. I was even looking at the Japanese versions, because I don't really think it's that big a deal when it comes to these kind of games. So yeah, I'm yet to try that. I've just got that today. So yeah, slowly sort of getting back into Nintendo. Obviously no Master System stuff this week, so I think I'm down to like about 12 games needed. One on the way. So it should be down to 11. So yeah, I've got to divert my attentions elsewhere. That's not to say the Master System's not going to get the love, because it will. Random pickup from charity shop. It was, I think that's £3 for it. It was half price day or something, so it ended up being £1.50. I thought, well, I'm not going to leave it there. Again, I'll use it if no one's interested in it. I'll use it as trade fodder for when Game Station do these, you know, double points or whatever you call it. Trade your stuff in. So it's Brink on the PS3. I mean, we have got a PS3 in the house. Disc is fine, but it's my daughter's, like I say. And there's no manual though. So I don't know if anyone's interested in that. Give us a shout. Do a trade or something. If anyone's interested. 2 games. PS2 ones from the charity shop. These were £1.50 each as well. One of them I picked up because I don't think I've ever seen it out in the wild. The other one, I kind of thought, I'm sure this is a spin-off, or the first one of a series of games. It's by the same people. You guys will know better than me anyway. Like I say, PlayStation 2 isn't really my forte. It's all very new to me. So the one that I've kind of heard of before, so to speak, is Samurai Warriors. Now I'm not sure if this is a spin-off or the precursor to Dynasty Warriors, which I've got a couple of. It's by Koei or whatever you call it. Down there, look. I mean, in absolutely brand new condition, really. So I think it's like a bit of like Devil May Cry hack and slash Wade in there. And the one that I heard of this back in back in the Super Nintendo days. I'm sure this was released on the SNES, probably in Japan only. Again, probably remember seeing screenshots or it mentioned in like game magazines like Super Play. But it's Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8. Like I say, £1.50. I don't really see. I haven't seen this one out in the wild before in Game Station or anywhere. And oh, funny enough, it's been bought from Game. 40 quid it cost them. £39.99. You can see that. Yeah, it is in mint condition. So that's that. You know, that's all we got this week, guys. Aside from, I say I had a guy I know from a couple of years back that I bought some bits off before. Just literally randomly text me, am I still collecting dirt? Yeah. He'd found a couple of bits out, so I met up with him. And, it's quite a big box, but it doesn't reflect the quantity that's in there, if that makes sense. I say it's just to show you that I haven't just pulled these off the shelf. These aren't stuff that I've just thought, oh no, I'll just recycle stuff I've already got. So this is a box. There's a bit of weight to it. Make sure I don't knock the beer over. So yeah, he contacted me, said he's got a few loose consoles. Like I say, no games. They haven't got all the hookups, and there's a mishmash of odds and sods as well chucked in. 20 quid for all this, which I think is a bargain. So again, it's completely random, guys. So one of the things is a Commodore data set cassette player. Obviously I do have a Commodore 64. It's got everything's in there. A bit of a crack on the player, but oh, no, it's not a crack, it's just a wire. No, it's in really good condition. To be fair, he said he didn't know if these worked. He just pulled them out of the loft, so no bother to me. Let's move that one out. So there's a load of wires. PS2, PS1, SCART lead. Actually do need one of them, funnily enough. Namco light gun, Negcon, is it? Negcon? Can't remember what they're called on there. I've got one of these boxes, but you never know, always useful. We've got 1, 2, 3 Mega Drive control pads. Like I haven't got enough of them, but again, they're always useful to have. Oh, a little adapter for the PlayStation SCART lead. Probably one of the biggest power supplies I've ever seen for a PlayStation. PSX1 adapter. I mean, that thing's absolutely humongous. Weighs a bloody ton. Told you, it's all random stuff. It really is. N64 power pack. I'm not sure if I need one of them. I might need one of them. I don't manage to. No, I think like the last car boot pickup I had the loose bits. I got a power one, didn't I, from the box one. 2. Is it 2? Yeah. 1 dual shock and 1 normal PlayStation controller. I told you, it's all just absolutely, completely random bits. Probably the weirdest thing, and someone might be able to tell me what machine this goes to, because I know some guys. Right, it's for an Atari, and I'm guessing it's probably for a computer. It's a humongous power pack. An Atari one, and that's the pin. It looks like a 8 pin DIN, 8 DIN connector. Is it 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 DIN connector. Bit of a crack. One of the feet's missing. It's absolutely weighs a bloody ton. There you go. So if anyone might know what that, if anyone that's useful to anybody, weighs it. I mean, I don't know what the postage should be like, but it weighs a bloody ton. And say I don't know if it works or not. So I've got to test it with. RF leads, yeah, great. Oh no, I've got another Mega Drive controller. So 4 Mega Drive controllers. Can't be bad. So those bits were additional. So the first, when he first mentioned to me, he goes, "Oh, I've got da 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 da. Do you want to come at a price of 15 quid?" He then obviously said, "I've got all these extra bits," so I ran it up to 20 quid. So the main bits like I said, I haven't tested 2 of these. So first up is another NES. So I don't know if I've tested this. So I mean, in theory, I paid £5 for this, untested, which probably might be a bit much. I don't know. Car boot prices, it's probably a bit much. This one I have tested. It's just a Super Nintendo. Because funnily enough, when I was thinking about my modded one, I was like, oh shit. So I thought, actually, I've got one in the box just there, and it's a good way. Might as well test it at the time. And funnily enough, the controller worked fine. So I think it was just a glitch. Needs a bit of a clean up, to be fair, but these things scrub up really well. Someone's put one of them bloody indelible pens on it. But yeah, so there's that. And what really sealed the deal, actually, within the extra load of bits, which I didn't want to show you before because it would have given the game away, SNES pad. So what sealed the deal anyway was a boxed SNES, but it doesn't include any of the hookups. So there is a SNES in here. So basically, I've got the controller. There's probably something, I think it was an AV lead knocking around there. RF lead. So, let's say, just open it up. The box is in pretty good condition. SNES has seen better days. But again, these, I think they clean up quite well. Ah, I didn't know that. Right, that's quite good. Because say what I'm, as dodgy as it sounds, did the exchange in a pub car park, and it's getting late actually. So, there's the insides. Again, what I'll probably do is transplant the SNES for a nice one. I think I might have a SNES power pack, lesser plug, so I can get that hooked up and stuff. But what I didn't realise, because I started to see the SNES there, is all the paperwork behind it. Even the baggie poster, instructions, and even the instructions for Super Mario All Stars. All the bump from Gubbins is there, so that is absolutely awesome. I didn't know they were in there. So yeah, 20 quid, 20 quid, guys. I mean, give or take, you know, £5 a loose console if you want to work it that way. But I mean, I think just this SNES on its own, you know, is worth it. So that is it for this week. Depending on what happens, you know, might get another call out of the blue. If not, it'll just be whatever I could manage to get from eBay or, you know, out in the wild. If there's not much, obviously I won't be doing a video. I'm going to try and get probably a little bit of gameplay video of this and them Super Famicom games, just to give you a quick blast through and a run through of that. I might test that NES, because if it doesn't work and it's just a flashy thing, I'm toying with the idea of just doing like a little walkthrough of the hard-boiled NES for you guys. And it does work. It does work. For how long, I don't know. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll upload some more videos soon, hopefully. Take it easy.